It's the all-new Sports Visions with Dale Williams and DJ Jones, your 1980 national champions. 1980 and 81 SEC champions, two damn good dogs.
Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's up, player?
Hey, man, we're 2 weeks into camp, and we're 2 weeks away from opening day of college football, and I know that we are on our way.
We're on our way, DJ. Hey, everything is out the bag. I mean, high school, college, and the pros.
And coming up in just a little bit, we'll have an opportunity to tell you what we got going on high school-wise, of course, with the game of the week. We'll also have an opportunity to talk about the University of Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, and the Atlanta Falcons.
That's right, all about footballs. So if you like football, stay tuned.
All right, coming up next on Sports Vision.
If you're even thinking about a new car, you've got to come to Headquarter Nissan.
Because right now, you can get the lowest payments of the year.
New Sentras from just $129 a month.
Altimas from just $159 a month.
And Rogues from just $169 a month. And all backed by our value plan featuring a lifetime warranty with an unlimited amount of time and miles and more. Lease for less. Columbus is a Nissan town.
E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse has been your most trusted name in men's fashion for more than 50 years. We've offered the area's best selection of top quality, name brand suits, accessories, and casual wear at the most competitive prices around. Customer service is our top priority. We're the professionals generations have trusted for the best quality and absolutely the best deals. We are E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse. We are simply the best.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson & Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380. Call now. And welcome back to Sports Visions. High school football is in full effect. And, of course, I'm happy to announce that we've been telling people, but we got to tell them one more time before we actually get out there and get our hands dirty. But Academy Sports, we've partnered with them to do the high school games of the week, where we're going to actually go out and be on premise right there right outside the stadium, tailgating with all the fans, all the alumni, and of course some of the old Letterman, Dale.
That's right. It really is going to be a great opportunity for us, and we thank the people at Academy Sports and Outdoors for providing us our whole tailgate, our own little setup right there, DJ, right there at the stadium, whether it's Memorial Stadium or Connect Stadium. We'll pick a game of the week each week that we're going to be there, an opportunity for us to shake hands and kiss babies and just making an appearance. But the biggest thing about it, DJ, is that we want to let people know that we promote high school football.
Absolutely. And again, you know, the folks that really know us out there, they know what we do for the kids at the end of the year with the High School Football Awards Luncheon. But we want to actually get out there from week to week. Actually, it'll give us an opportunity to get a little bit closer, not only to the players and the coaches, but also the parents and the boosters as we go out and onto these different stadiums.
You know, really, again, DJ, it's a community initiative, and we want to let everybody know in the community that we support our community, we support high school football, and really, you know, we wish everybody that come to these games could come to our luncheon, but at the same time, we're going to give them that same kind of flavor. But again, to meet me and DJ, the questions you want to ask, I mean, the things that you want to say to us, we are right there on purpose, on campus, right there, whether it's on campus or at Connect or Memorial Stadium. We're going to be there to talk to you.
And Dale, we have not only Academy Sports, but our good friends at Headquarter Nissan are also going to take part in this.
This is going to be big too. You know, again, another segment of On the Road with Headquarter Nissan. You know, that's the big thing that we're trying to do. But community involvement is big. Headquarter Nissan does a great job in the community, and Academy Sports want to take on that same template to do great things in the community.
We'll kick this promotion off week 2 of the high school football season, and I know that the Carver-Spencer game, the Heritage Bowl on Friday, August 24th down at Memorial Stadium, not only is it going to be a tailgate deal, it's going to be like a family reunion.
Well, you know, it's a family reunion all the time, even without a tailgate. You know, really, the Heritage Bowl is a big game, a great game between Carver and Spencer, traditional rivals for years and years ago. So really, it's going to be a good game. And like I say, each week we'll pick a game that we're going to highlight, and it's going to be the Academy Sports and Outdoors Game of the Week.
Look for the Academy Sports tent and look for the Headquarters Nissan tent. Come by, say hello, and no, I don't know if Dale, you're going to cook enough for all of your cousins and teammates, but
well,
I know
no, you're not going to put me on. No, that's not going to happen. We're going to give you invitations. We're going to be going to high schools. We're going to give you a special invitation to teachers, students, and parents.
All right, you heard it first with Dale and DJ right here on Sports Vision. I'm going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Honey, what are you doing?
Watching a cow.
Oh, what's it doing?
Impressions.
Power up your morning with a new 300-calorie egg white grill. Only at Chick-fil-A.
Hey you guys, well it's that time of the year again and we are super excited about this year's Tailgate Party Pack giveaway. So all you do is you come out to Headquarters Nissan. We have this huge setup in our showroom. We've got a tailgate tent, tailgate grills, cornholes. All of your favorite teams are represented as well. Come in, fill out a ballot. You're automatically entered to win when you complete that ballot and just drop it in the raffle drum. And then on November the 28th, we're gonna pull 5 finalists. Those finalists will come to the dealership on Saturday, September the 1st. That is SEC Championship Game Day, where we will pull 1 grand prize winner for the entire party pack, and then we have some awesome prizes for the 4 finalists as well. Come on out, enter to win. It'll be here before you know it. See you guys soon.
You're gonna do great.
Thanks, Dad.
Break a leg.
Aflac?
Not that kind of break.
Oh! That had to hurt.
Aflac?
Not that kind of hurt. Yeah, Aflac paid us cash in just one day to help with our car payments and mortgage.
Aflac!
Perfect timing! See how Aflac helps cover everyday expenses at Aflac.com.
And welcome back to Sports Visions. It's now time for our Atlanta Falcons report. And you know what? 2 weeks into camp, as we said, for both college and the pros, you know, the Atlanta Falcons didn't have the initial game that I was expecting, Dale.
Well, that's putting it mildly, DJ. You know, I think really the expectations that there's out there for the Atlanta Falcons to see how they played against the Jets, I think really they just want to get some reps with some of their, you know, the players that are not developed. I mean, really wasn't to play to win, and I can understand. I don't care if it's a training camp game or a preseason game, DJ. You still want to play good and want to make sure your guys look good. But I think really they just want to see what they got in camp, DJ, and really they got 3 more games before they get down to 53 players.
Well, one thing is for sure, against the Chiefs, I certainly hope that they have a better game plan because, again, like we said, regardless of whether it's an exhibition game or a regular season game, we know we got to see the talent of the young guys. But all in all, I know that the defense is what everybody across the league is talking about. Dan Quinn has put together a defense that is second to none.
It's a great defense, DJ, and I think really he didn't put the second group and the third group and the free agents that got into the game. I think really they played safe. That's one thing I hate to see on defense when you got these young players, but really you get into that mold again, that prevent piece and all the good pass rushes and all the speed you talk about, DJ, all the time. You know, really, you need to be attack mode all the way around. They got good players. They got clone players. They got players of the same like. You know, if they don't start, they got a player right behind them that just been cloned to do the same things. But I think really they're going to get better, and as they get close to their 4th preseason game, they're going to be ready to play that 4th game, DJ.
You know, I want to fast forward a little bit because this is what I seen based on, again, the performance and the comments that was made by the staff. I know Grady Jarrett is expected to play at a high level. And when I say a high level deal, they're expecting him to be an all-pro. And I know they're going to have that kind of performance out of him. Vic Beasley is another guy who he fell off last season but had a great camp. He's finally healthy. They expect him to be at a Pro Bowl level as well. And when you talk about the secondary now, Neal in the back, you know, of course, the former Florida Gator.
That's right.
He brings the wood. And you say, you know, talking about our defense that's similar to where Dan Quinn was. When you talk about the Seattle Seahawks, where he was the defensive coordinator, you know, Eric Thomas was that guy who could cover a lot of ground and who brought the wood. And that's where Neal fits in. But, you know, the 2 corners are they're decent. They're decent. I think they're above average. But those linebackers, those young linebackers, is led by Deion Jones. He's on his way to his second Pro Bowl, I know.
Well, their defense stands out. They got player personnel. They are groomed for their defense. They got speed. They got agility. They might be undersized in some areas, but they got speed, and I think there's no substitute for speed. But I think one of the biggest things that you got to look at, DJ, is that you don't want to get these guys right here not cut to be complacent. I sat back and I watched. I was like, okay, I did the Bill Lewis on them, DJ. I was like, okay, they're playing that dropping 8 and 3. They're still doing that. And I guess you don't want to show everybody anything now, but really to get that in your spirit, they got to get that out their spirit by dropping 8. They need to be going after people.
Well, you know as well as I do that Dan Quinn is an attack guy. So that what you're seeing in that what looked like a soft play is not really the personality of his defense or Dan Quinn. So I feel good and confident. But let's go over to the offensive side. And again, that's where, getting league-wide exposure, notice, and promotions, because people all over, National Football League, all over, everywhere, is talking about how explosive the Atlanta Falcons offense is expected to be.
Well, really, DJ, on paper. Because we're not going to be able to see that during the preseason. Nobody wants to let anybody know things. But I think really, if you really want to see a practice, I guess we got to go to a practice to be able to see how these guys are going to turn up. Because explosiveness is great on offense. They got players here and there. They're looking for one more running back, DJ. I was reading some blogs, and they said they want one more running back in the system, and we hope it's Justin Crawford, because really, the Tevin Coleman and the Devontae Freeman piece, they're explosive everywhere, DJ, but really, we won't get a good dose of what they're really going to do into that first game.
Well, one thing about it is that Justin Crawford, as far as him making the team, he has to excel on special teams, because, again, you're a third running back. Now, I don't know. Probably need to focus in on the special teams play over the next couple of weeks and see how he's appearing, or is he on the coverage teams, because that usually tells you the third running back that they're going to keep.
That's right. That's going to tell you, again, you got to be special team. Just get on the field. And I think Dan Quinn like those guys that can play, that are versatile, that can come in and spell a running back and also play on their special team. So their special team is going to be down. It's going to be top rated. But at the same time, DJ, everybody got great expectations for the Atlanta Falcons to do what they need to do to get to the Super Bowl.
Before we close out this particular segment, I do want to talk about a couple of the first two picks in the draft. Of course, we're talking about Baker Mayfield with Cleveland, as well as Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Now, again, we know that Barkley, his first carry, went for 40 yards. And, again, the jump cutting and the ability, the explosiveness that he showed in that first preseason game, man, if that's any indication of what's to come, he's looking for an exciting year.
It's going to be a great year, DJ. And really, I was impressed with him, even though he didn't run much. Doesn't need to run much. But I was impressed with what the New York Giants are going to be able to do, even from the running standpoint. Eli Manning, again, Odell Beckham playing, the Shepard kid playing. New York Giants are going to be a better, improved team. Hopefully they don't have any injury, but the Saquon Barkley piece is going to be big with these guys. And then the other piece, man, I was very impressed with Baker Mayfield. Dinking and dumping down, but really he acted like he's played there before. So I'm really it's going to be interesting to see how some of the other first-rounders play. But really, the preseason, it's hard to tell how a team is going to be during the preseason, because sooner or later, when those 4 games are over with and the light comes on, everything is going to be for real here quickly.
And for you Raider fans out there, man, John Gruden, if that was any indication, the first game that they played, they were the old Raiders. I mean, he got a situation. What's the beast mode?
Yeah.
Beast mode. What's beast
Marshawn
mode?
Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch. Man, had a 65-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
It was called back, but I was just glad to see him fit and in shape, because again, you really don't know what you're gonna get out of him.
I was stunned when I saw him break loose. I was like, he can still run, and he ran away from some people. So, and I was also impressed with the Minnesota Vikings. The Kirk Cousins piece, DJ, they might have got their money's worth with him, but again, a 48-21 game, but we won't know unless the Minnesota Vikings win their division and on the way to the Super Bowl also.
All right, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, where are they now?
This is Academy Sports and Outdoors. We offer a huge sports and outdoors selection of top name brand gear like you've never seen. All at low prices like you've never seen. Because we're a sports and outdoor store like you've never seen. Until now. Now open in Columbus. Academy Sports and Outdoors, for all for less.
Building wealth is an innate desire we all possess. Whether you're raising a family, running a business, or starting a career, the best commitment you can possibly make today is to build wealth for your future. Now, more than ever, our innovation teamed with a personal approach to building wealth is the win we both are striving for. Trust in our commitment to help get you there. Citizens Trust Bank, a relationship you can bank on. Member FDIC.
E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse has been your most trusted name in men's fashion for more than 50 years. We've offered the area's best selection of top quality, name brand suits, accessories, and casual wear at the most competitive prices around. Customer service is our top priority. We're the professionals generations have trusted for the best quality and absolutely the best deals. We are E&S Men's Clothing Warehouse. We are simply the best.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. Where Are They Now is a very, very popular segment of our show, and we're really proud that we had the opportunity to do that and bring you players from the Chattahoochee Valley from years gone by that have, of course, gone on and done great things. Today, proud to have with us Mike Jones, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the pride and joy of Central High School by way of Auburn and Oak Hill Academy. Mike Jones, how are you, man?
I'm fine. Thanks, DJ. How are you?
Real good, man. It's no secret. It's well documented that you probably, arguably, are one of the better high school basketball players to have ever come from the Chattahoochee Valley. I know with what you did at Central and, of course, at Oak Hill Academy, having the opportunity to go on to Auburn, your old coach, Sonny Smith, even said this, that if he had you 4 years, you probably could have been the best basketball player to have ever played at Auburn University. And that includes Charles Barkley and Chuck Person. What do you say to that?
I think stat-wise, I probably would have been because I was averaging, my sophomore year, I averaged 15.9, 7.8 rebounds. My junior year, when I left school, I averaged 21 and 10. So if I would have stayed my senior year, probably, stat-wise, I probably would have been the best player.
Well, everybody loves Sonny Smith, and he's a legend in his own right, of course, in the SEC. But furthermore, forget the stats, forget the basketball. Mike, we're more impressed with what's going on right now. Again, for the last decade or so, man, you have done something that not a lot of people know you're doing. You've established a basketball academy over in overseas. And, again, I want you to elaborate on exactly and tell those folks right there exactly what you own and what you have established.
Well, as an ex-player, I started my own academy in Cyprus, which have now turned into it's a club. We have a men's team, we have an 18 and under team, 16 and under, 14 under, 12 and under, and we participate in the Cyprus Basketball Federation. Now we have academies under that, which is like 10 years old and below, but we're a club now. We started as an academy, but we're a club now officially for the last 6 years, I think.
Mike, how is that different from AAU? Because the folks that are listening to you out there that are from the United States or from this region, they probably say academy, club. We know AAU. Talk a little bit about how they differ or how they are alike.
Well, our thing is in countries like in Europe, Greece, Spain, France, Cyprus, where I live, we don't really have high school basketball. It's not real big, high school sport, because most of the kids have private lessons. So most kids belong to a big club, like you would know, like Barcelona and Real Madrid. These big teams you see in the soccer, they also have basketball teams. So most kids belong to a club over there. If you're playing basketball, soccer, there's no school teams that, they participate in one, but it's like a little league that's nothing, So we really like our academy level. They're prepared the kids to go play for the next level in the countries that they're in. As far as AAU, we're a little bit more structured than that, because you have kids here play high school, which is structured. Then they go to the AAU, which coaches like to let the kids play, allow them to show off their skills. Whereas over there, a lot of kids don't have the one-on-one skills, so we more put them in the system, and it's more like school ball that way, where it's organized, but the talent is nothing like the AAU, but we're organized.
Mike, as I mentioned before, your successful professional career, of course, your successful academy in Cypress, but yet you still find time to come back home, and you've established over the past few years, you've established the MJ Plus basketball camp here in Columbus, and you're doing something in Opelika. Why?
I mean, you know, I love the kids. I mean, I live around a lot of the kids that come to my camps. You know, I live in Wynn, East Carver High, Wynn, still. So I seen what was going on. I mean, Sam Mitchell got a great camp, but that was just one. So I came up with the idea, I mean, we can make an affordable camp for our kids to come to and get good coaching from ex-players that played overseas, then why not?
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are with one of the most decorated high school basketball players to have ever come from this area, Mike Jones, a former Auburn star, of course, European star. Mike, when you look at the kids today that play the game at the highest level, what is the biggest difference you see today versus back when you were coming up through the ranks?
Basically, it's just the lack of fundamentals. You know, they're very athletic. They're stronger than we were. They jump high. I mean, they got better, you know, not say coaching, but they got more access to a lot of stuff we didn't have. You know, all this AU extra coaching, personal training. But I don't see that drive that we had where kids are outside playing like we used to play. Everybody's in the gym down at the AAU system. And it's just a lack of fundamentals. I was talking with Sam Mitchell, who was the ex-coach of the NBA, and we were talking about the summer league. And that's, I mean, these guys are coming in out of college 1 year and still the fundamentals are not there.
Man, when you I just sit back and think of the things you were able to accomplish, and again, you know, the great things you have going over in Europe and in Cyprus, and what you're doing here. You know, in my mind, I just know that somewhere down the line, your talents are going to be used here full time.
I mean, basically, that's what I'm here to do now. You know, I'm going back to Auburn, Opelika area, start my camp there for the first time, and, you know, they don't have a real basketball program down there, so I'm looking to come home and, you know, give something back on a permanent basis, you know, where I can see the guys go off to college, I can follow them. And, you know, I love where I'm at, but the crisis has hit over there now, and it's about to hit again. So they're not sponsoring the clubs like they used to, so I'm actually looking to come home and, you know, give some of this knowledge back to the kids.
Mike, you got an opportunity here because, again, this is going to be seen by tens of thousands of folks, and somebody out there might be able to help you do what you want to do. And, again, when you say if you ended up back here, is that coaching on the high school level? Is that coaching on the college, collegiate level? Is that professional level? What is it if Mike Jones could write his ticket right now? What would you tell that GM or that athletic director out there? What would you want to do?
I mean, I know I could. I mean, high school is what I want to do because I like that level of training. Junior high, high school, AAU, even Rex, you know, AAU team, something like that. You know, I didn't graduate, and that's what it takes, but I do have a degree from FIBA and basketball, coaching basketball, so I'm licensed to coach, but, you know, far as I really would like to coach, you know, 15, 16, 17-year-old. I think that's the area that I can really make a difference with, you know, the experience that I've been through.
But lastly, Mike, I know this is, so you were a former professional basketball player. The money that has been given away in the past few months, over $3 billion in the NBA. I just want you to address that as you see it.
I mean, a lot of old players, we get upset about the new, you know, the money that these guys make. But I mean, we got to look at that. We paved the way for them, and a lot of those guys they're making this money now, bringing a lot of the old guys back in the game for like being involved with the old teams and stuff. I mean, it's out there. They paying it, you know. More power to them.
Ladies and gentlemen, basketball great Mike Jones. We'll be right back after this.
Sports Vision, sponsored by Aflac, Chick-fil-A, Mel and Abe's, Styles by Denise, Jordan Girls, Taylor Funeral Home, Forrest B. Johnson and Associates, State Farm, Jimmy Watts Agency, and Dr. Jamie Winchester.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people. But when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380.
Call now. Hey everybody, Devin here at Headquarter Nissan. Listen, I want to tell you guys about this big challenge that we have for the month of August. We're gonna try to hit 300 cars in the month of August. Guess what? Columbus, Phoenix City, we need your help. We need you guys to come out and support Headquarter Nissan. We're trying to have a 300 car month. Guess what? We need to sell 165 new cars. Guess what? With the savings and discount from Headquarter Nissan and Nissan itself, we're gonna accomplish this goal, but we need your help. So come out to Headquarter Nissan, but guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you a car, we're gonna give you a deal. You take care of us, we take care of the community. Together, we're gonna make this happen. Headquarter Nissan, come down and get a deal.
Welcome back to today's final segment, Dale. I tell you, you know what, the Atlanta Braves, man, just been doing the doggone thing. Freddie Freeman, 14-game hitting streak coming in to this past weekend's series and batting well over 300.
That's right.
I mean, this team is destined for greatness.
They got a good team, DJ, and really I keep on saying, okay, they keep on playing. And I guess like Kirby tells, got to keep chopping wood. These guys will continue to chop, but really I think one of the biggest things about them, DJ, is that they're young and really they don't seem to be really scared. I don't want to use the word scared, but they're really not worried about the position that they're in. They're going to continue to play because really they got 48 straight games, DJ, and that's big. The bullpen is getting a little bit better, but really, again, and I've said this week after week after week, the Ronald Acuna Jr. piece being put in the lineup has really added some spark because the Braves actually can go, DJ, from lead off to about 7th. And they got good hitters. I mean, they're getting on base, they getting RBIs, and the substitution piece has been great. They're doing good.
You know what mesmerizes me is the fact that you mentioned they had 40-some plus straight games, but going into the week, earlier in the week, they had 22 games in 20 days. And again, kicking it off against the Marlins. But again, how can we test the stamina of these young players? Can they hold up? Many of them hadn't played 162 games, so that's going to be really the key coming down the stretch as far as I'm concerned.
That's going to be big. Conditioning is going to be big, but really the two players that they insert into their lineup and they give them a whole lot more flexibility has been that the Charlie Culberson piece has been big, and really the other one with Tyler Flowers. Being able to switch out your catcher and he doesn't get tired, and then Culberson can play any position on the field. You resting people on and on, but really the bullpen, and like Buck told us last week, if their bullpen gets strong and those other starting pitchers, they're doing a good job. If they can pitch 5-6 innings and get the bullpen right, they're going to make a run, DJ.
Okay. Before we get out of here, man, I want to congratulate the Superfan contestants, man. I mean, obviously, folks got online and they signed up, but got a couple of winners and ready to go to the game.
Ready to go to the game, to sit in a suite, not just go to an Atlanta United game, but sit in an executive suite at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They might not come back, DJ.
All right, well, that's going to do it for all the sports we have for today. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, Sports Visions TV Show, or our website, www.sportsvisionsusa.com.